Hello, fabulous people. Happy Monday to you guys. I'm coming your way quite early today because yes, I wanted to just come on live and then I can go and continue with the rest of my day knowing that I've showed up today. I hope you guys are doing wonderful. You had a great weekend. I had a very nice weekend. Um, Today, we're going to be talking about an interesting topic. We're going to be talking about an aspect of U.S. citizenship. Okay, so the video, of course, I've entitled it "It's Not Over Until It's Over." So we're going to be talking about if you have applied for U.S. citizenship and you've obtained approval. You went for the interview and your application was approved. It's still not over until it's over. So I'm sure some of you have seen on my page, I went to the U.S.A.'s Fairfax office this morning in Virginia, and I'm just here to share some things I thought about during the oath ceremony of my client, and I hope that it will benefit most of you. Well, some of you. Okay, guys, so don't forget to follow my page, like my page, share my video, subscribe if you're watching us on YouTube. And again, welcome to the video. Guys, drop me your comments. Let me know where you guys are watching from. Okay, as we get started. So the thing is that when you are applying for citizenship, U.S. citizenship, U.S. government wants only people who have good moral character, people who I guess good moral character is self-explanatory. They don't want anybody who's an armed robber, who is a drunkard, who does prostitution. All these are contained in the questions that you need to answer in order to become a U.S. citizen. So when they say good moral character, they want somebody who's simply a person of good moral character. Okay. And the interesting thing about this eligibility criteria is that so there are some eligibility criteria to become U.S. citizen, a U.S. citizen. One of them is that you should have continuous presence in the U.S. for a period of 5 years. Well, you should have continuously been present in the U.S. and that, yes, for the last 5 years. And that means you shouldn't stay, for example, outside the U.S. if you're a green card holder for a period of more than 6 months at a time. The second thing is that you should have physical presence. That means you should have been here for at least half of your eligibility period, for applying for citizenship. So if you're applying on the basis of filing you've been a green card holder for the last 5 years, you should have been physically present for 2.5 years out of those 5 years. So we have the continuous presence rule, we have the physical presence rule. Guys, remember we've discussed this. I've discussed this in an extensive video in the past. When it comes to continuous presence requirements, the rule just says that you should have maintained continuous presence in the United States up until the time of naturalization. When it comes to the physical presence rule, it says that you should have maintained physical presence in the United States up until the date you're filing for your citizenship. But guys, when it comes to the good moral character rule or eligibility criteria, the statute says that you should maintain good moral character up until the time you are taking the oath of allegiance. Okay, so it's not over until it's over, because even when you have been approved for citizenship, on the day you are taking the oath of allegiance, they need to be sure that you still haven't done anything that takes you out of the realm of being somebody of good moral character. And so that's what you have to note. There's actually people actually get approved for U.S. citizenship, and then the next thing they know, they've gone to beat somebody up and the police has arrested them, and then they jeopardize their citizenship. So be careful of that. If you are approved for U.S. citizenship up until you take your oath of allegiance, it's not over. And so that's what this all means. Let me share my screen and let's talk a little bit about the N445. It's a very short, I think just a few lines, about 6 lines of text. Guys, drop me your comments. Let me know how you guys are doing and how everything is going, where you're watching me from. Okay, so right here, this is the N445, and this is what you need to do. Again, it says that you need to complete this form on the date you are actually taking your oath of allegiance to become a U.S. citizen, where you raise your right hand and then, promise that you're going to stay faithful to your country, your new country of nationality. So since your interview, it will ask you about 8 questions. Since your interview, whether you've been married, they want to update their files. Since your interview, if you've traveled outside the US, you need to give the answer. And then if you've been arrested, charged, indicted, okay, so you need to be careful of this. If you need to make sure that it's a no. Of course, if it's a yes, you need to say that, but you need to maintain good moral character up until the date you are actually swearing the oath. And since since the interview, have you been affiliated with any type of organization where they feel like, oh, you're a terrorist, or you know, you're part of a communist party, or values that the US doesn't believe in? So all these questions. And then here it says, have you deserted or been discharged from military service since your interview? Has there been any change in your willingness to bear arms on behalf of the United States? They need to know, because when the law requires it, you need to be able to take up your arms and fight for your new country. Okay. And then the last thing is, since your interview, have you practiced polygamy, received income from illegal gambling, all of that? All of these things, they want to be sure that even up until the date you are taking your oath of allegiance, promising to become a US citizen, nothing has changed. Your allegiance is still to the United States, and they have no cause for alarm. I think that's it. Pretty much those are the questions that you need to answer on the N445. It's a really short form. And then after that, you go on to this part. You need to sign, of course, at the office where you are taking the oath of allegiance, on the date, your signature, then your street number, your name, and then, of course, zip code and the state in which you are doing, yes, you are taking the oath of allegiance from. So that's the N445, a very short and straightforward form, but you need to be very careful, because it's a very short but very powerful form, because you don't want to be disqualified from becoming a US citizen even after you have passed through the processes. Okay. And then let me share this other screen with you guys. Let me disconnect this, guys. Oh, I hope you guys had a good weekend. I don't see any comments. Just drop me an emoji if you don't feel like talking, and let me know that you guys are here with me. Drop me any emoji, any emoji that you're vibing with at the moment. Okay, so I'm going to share this final screen, and that will be it. I have to rush off, so this is just a really quick one. Okay, we're going to discuss very briefly, I'm sorry, what I mentioned. Okay, I hope I didn't remove this. Let me zoom in so that it's okay, let me see if you guys can see. Okay, perfect. So as I was telling you about, so chapter 9, this is the policy manual we've just pulled out, good moral character for becoming a US citizen. One of the requirements for naturalization is good moral character. An applicant for naturalization must show that he or she has been and continues to be a person of good moral character. In general, the applicant must show GMC, that's good moral character, during the 5-year period immediately preceding his or her application for naturalization and up to the time of the oath of allegiance. Conduct prior to the 5-year period may also impact whether the applicant meets the requirements. Okay, so my highlight is on this. Even up to the time of the oath of allegiance, you need to demonstrate that you are a person of good moral character. Guys, this is the end of the discussion. Just as I said, it's a really quick one today. So I hope you guys have benefited from how to, file the fill out the N445. If you have doubts about what to put in and if things have changed, make sure you consult with your attorney, and hopefully they'll be able to assist you. All right, friends, I have to rush off. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Call me if you need my help, 802-7800-564. And yes, my consultations are paid. These are the free videos I do. That's as far as I can get. Our offices are very busy. We're working on the cases of clients who have actually retained us. So unfortunately, we're not able to offer personalized consultations for people. So just if you have questions or concerns, always just join the video. But again, it's all very generalized. If you really need one-on-one help, to call my office, and then we'll be happy to schedule you, and then I can take a look at your case and give you the winning strategy that you need. Okay. All right, guys. So I wish you a wonderful rest of the week, and make sure you stay safe, be good, stay warm, and I will see you guys hopefully in the next video. sometime during the week. All right. Bye bye. I'll see you soon. Take care.